Hey everybody, this is Craig. We're about to watch 20 minutes of blockbuster direct ticket pay-per-view promos that ran on DirectTV in 2002. Stay tuned for my comments after the video. There's a lot of good stuff in this video, like trick-or-treating at Pete Rose's house on Halloween. You don't want to miss that. See you after the video.
DirectTV Channel 100, your destination for pay-per-view movie and event previews. Coming up next, movie previews. Order any pay-per-view movie on Tuesdays in October for only $2.99 per title.
Prepare to defend yourselves!
In a war which no one wanted to fight.
We'll be landing under fire, gentlemen.
In a country where no one wanted to be.
It's getting pretty sporty down here, sir.
These were the first soldiers to fight and give the ultimate sacrifice. Mel Gibson stars in We Were Soldiers.
Before it can be a favorite old movie, it has to be a favorite new movie. Ready to see something new? Then turn to Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies.
You lost someone you loved very much.
One thing the future can't do
This was not supposed to happen.
is change the past.
Time travel. It's possible, sir.
Experience the greatest journey through all time.
I'm from the past.
Guy Pearson, The Time Machine.
Order any pay-per-view movie on Tuesdays in October for only $2.99 per title.
Something draws near. I can feel it.
Experience the Academy Award-winning epic that took the world by storm.
The ring must be destroyed. They are coming.
The legend comes to life in The Lord of the Rings.
Before it can be a favorite old movie, it has to be a favorite new movie. Ready to see something new? Then turn to Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies. What would you do if you could stop time?
I'm officially freaked out.
What starts out as fun
You did this?
turns into a deadly game.
And you're running around with something that's not supposed to exist.
Kid is doing something freaky.
Freeze the future
How did you do that?
in Clockstoppers.
Playing this week. Check your on-screen guide for details.
It's simple. It's easy. Get the best pay-per-view titles in the comfort of your home with Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies. You can order from a huge selection of new movies every week. With frequent start times and digital technology, you get immediate movie satisfaction any time of day. And you never need to pick up the phone. Just order using your remote. For complete listings, consult your on-screen guide starting at Channel 100 or log on to our website.
The DirectTV Freeview Event Series presents a musical journey to the most mystical places on Earth. Music in high places. This month, ride a train across Alaska as the platinum-selling Goo Goo Dolls grab their guitars and rock the Arctic Circle. Music in high places with the Goo Goo Dolls, playing every weekend this month, free on Channel 103. A Freeview event on DirectTV.
Coming up next, event previews.
Candy for Olympic hero?
Nothing for you. It's true. It's true.
Trick or treat, brother!
Take a hike.
Trick or treat, if you smell
Beat it, jabroni.
Halloween is Jericho!
Dead man walk. Yeah, you dig it, sucker!
You're the sucker.
WWE No Mercy, October 20th on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirectTV.
Looks like the trick's on you, Pete!
Euro 2004 qualifiers kick off this fall with Slovakia versus England live on October the 12th. Don't miss this exclusive opportunity to watch England fresh from their World Cup experience. Live on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View.
He's been called the most dangerous man in the world. One of the toughest athletes to ever compete in mixed martial arts fighting. 8 UFC appearances that began with UFC 1. The first UFC Super Fight champion, Ken Shamrock. See one of the UFC's greatest warriors battle in some of the greatest UFC fights. Ultimate Fighting Championship presents Ultimate Shamrock. Sunday, October 13th on Direct Ticket.
Don't miss these must-see events.
Hey, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. Don't miss music in high places. Free weekends on Channel 103.
Coming up next, movie previews.
Order any pay-per-view movie on Tuesdays in October for only $2.99 per title. A diamond heist turns bad.
$20 million worth of diamonds missing.
Now it's up to a bounty hunter.
Shoot out the back tire!
And a small-time crook.
Who you think I am, Mel Gibson?
To set things right.
Put a hit out on you when I get my welfare check.
Ice Cube and Mike Epps.
Come on. What happened? I dropped your gun. Kick your ass.
And all about the Benjamins.
Their mission is to serve and protect. But the rules of the road
Can I please see your license and registration?
are about to be broken.
Is there something you'd like me to do to you?
Yeah.
Now these cops are taking the law into their own hands.
Another highway cop? What are you guys, multiplying?
No rules. All justice. Super Troopers.
Playing this month on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View Movies.
Dizzy needed someone
I hear you having troubles.
to show him the ropes.
You gotta build some muscle. Well, motivation's on the way. Just roll around. You'll be all right.
Now he's coming back to inspire everyone. The new guy.
Playing this month on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View Movies.
New movies are old favorites you just haven't seen yet. Ready to see something new? Then turn to Blockbuster Pay-Per-View Movies.
You're all going to die down here.
A secret experiment has taken a deadly turn.
You let them out.
Now the main computer is in control, and there's no way out.
There's no way I'm going down there.
Mila Jovovich stars in Resident Evil.
See how easy that was?
Playing this week. Check your on-screen guide for details.
So you've surfed for an hour and there's nothing on TV. You're tired of all those reruns they show eternally.
You want to know where you can find something that's really new? So see our list of titles on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View.
Movies, that is. Tune to Channel 105 for a list of current movie titles and special offers. For pay-per-view previews, check out Channel 100. And for those real movie buffs, sign up for the weekly e-newsletter.
Just think outside the box office and you'll find something new. Up to 60 monthly titles on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View.
Movies, that is.
And here this week, you're going to do what? Would you explain?
It's the best of classic wrestling, Monsters of the Mat.
A real ring veteran and a guy who knows everything in the book.
I can name a few.
John Swan! The Lariat Hansen!
From the archives of professional wrestling history.
All right, now what are we going to see?
Now remember,
Monsters of the Mat.
this is for all the marbles.
On Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirectTV.
I can't believe it.
Coming up next, event previews.
The world's best fighters. Tried. The world's best full-contact martial arts. Tried. Mama's Boys, stay home. Tried. On October 13th, Pride presents Beasts from the East 2, starring Sakuraba, plus Dan Henderson and Guy Mesger. You gotta see it to believe it. Premiering October 13th on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirectTV. Pride presents Beasts from the East 2. Mama's Boys, stay home.
He is one of the original kings of comedy.
I'm a grown-ass man.
Cedric, the Entertainer, is on pay-per-view.
George W. Bush. And the W stands for what?
And he is introducing the hottest young guns of comedy.
Poor is when the light company comes to your house at night.
In Cedric, the Entertainer's starting lineup. One of the original kings of comedy, Cedric, the Entertainer.
Historic world music event. The legendary Tito Puente in one of his final performances. Multi-platinum salsa star Jose Alberto El Canario together in Viva la Música. It's the ultimate Latin dance party with Sergio Vargas, Mili Quesada, Tony Vega, and more. Viva la Música on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View. Be sure to order and get the party started.
Don't miss these must-see events. Get our free weekly e-newsletter with pay-per-view movie and special offer updates. Sign up at directtv.com/movies today. Coming up next, movie previews.
Order any pay-per-view movie on Tuesdays in October for only $2.99 per title.
You break the law in my city, I will put you behind bars.
Reality television has two new heroes.
Oh, you want to do it the hard way, huh?
Eddie Murphy.
The guy's a joke.
And Robert De Niro.
Get that camera out of here!
They're real cops with real attitude in Showtime. Playing now on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View Movies.
When someone took his pride,
I got beat up in front of my daughter.
Joe Sheffer took a stand.
You took something of mine, I want it back.
Now, his future is taking shape.
Been waiting for someone to drop that jerk.
You the man. His legend is taking off.
They named a sandwich after me.
Oh.
Tim Allen.
Looks like you're hanging with the cool kids now.
Yeah. Joe Somebody.
Order it now on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View Movies.
Christina Walters had her heart broken one too many times. So she vowed to never let any man get too close. But just when she'd given up on love...
See you later.
Love found her.
Hi.
Hi.
Cameron Diaz, the sweetest thing.
Blockbuster Pay-Per-View Movies, only on DirectTV.
This month, Pay-Per-View is taking you for a ride.
Let's go, girls.
With Britney Spears and Anson Mount. Order Crossroads on Pay-Per-View and receive a free CD of all Britney Spears songs from the movie. For your free CD, send a copy of your Pay-Per-View bill to Crossroads CD Offer, P.O. Box 120858, Denver, Colorado 80250-2858. Crossroads.
Order it now on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View Movies. Playing this week. Check your on-screen guide for details.
DirectTV presents an exclusive preview event. Join Bon Jovi as they perform to a sold-out crowd at New Jersey's Giant Stadium for their One Wild Night tour. And as an exclusive bonus, catch a behind-the-scenes glimpse at the making of their new hit video, Every Day. Don't miss this preview concert every weekend in October, and look for their latest album, Bounce, in stores October 8th.
Wednesdays will never be the same. NWA TNA, total non-stop action from the National Wrestling Alliance. Wednesday nights in October on pay-per-view. See the hottest stars in professional wrestling. And the most talked about new division in wrestling, the Extreme X Division. Wrestling and Wednesday nights will never be the same on pay-per-view.
Coming up next, event previews.
Catch Nickelback as they perform their chart-topping hits. It's rock and roll at its finest with the multi-platinum selling group, Nickelback. Take a front row seat for the ultimate in concerts this month on pay-per-view.
Euro 2004 qualifiers kick off this fall with the Republic of Ireland versus Switzerland live on October the 16th. Don't miss this exclusive opportunity to watch the Republic of Ireland fresh from their World Cup experience. Live on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View.
UFC 39. Real as it gets. Couture versus Rodriguez, the premier mixed martial arts event. Ultimate Fighting Championship on Direct Ticket. UFC 39.
Don't miss these must-see events.
I'm Randy Couture, and you're watching Channel 100.
Coming up next, movie previews.
Before it can be a favorite old movie, it has to be a favorite new movie. Ready to see something new? Then turn to Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies. A young Parisian finds purpose in helping others and discovers that it takes just one person to make the world a better place. Experience the joy of Amélie.
Need a break from the old favorites? Then try something new on pay-per-view.
She was there,
Where?
all around me.
When someone you love dies.
I believe she's trying to contact me.
Are they gone forever?
Emily's dead, Joe.
Kevin Costner stars in Dragonfly. Playing now on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies.
Order any pay-per-view movie on Tuesdays in October for only $2.99 per title. A man who's lost everything
2 dozen injured, 9 dead, including nurse and her little boy.
has only one thing left.
You cannot take the law into your own hands.
Revenge. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the war on terrorism in Collateral Damage. Now playing on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies.
All we're saying is give new movies a chance. Ready to see something new? Then turn to Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies.
He's going to need a transplant or he's going to die.
A man's son is on the brink of death.
There are no provisions in your policy for a procedure of this magnitude.
But when he has no options,
Do something!
he has no choice.
I want my kid's name on the donors list.
Oscar winner Denzel Washington is John Q.
Playing this week. Check your on-screen guide for details.
What is this, the 20th time you've watched Animal House? You are allowed to have more than one favorite movie. You have Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies, right? So use it. Now, where was I?
Flip through the 100s and choose from over 60 of the latest releases each month on Blockbuster Pay-Per-View movies, only on DirectTV. Ever since we turned up the heat on Playboy TV, nothing else seems quite as attractive. Call 1-800-DIRECTV to subscribe to Playboy TV and find out what all the buzz is about. Playboy TV, see what you've been missing.
Coming up next, event previews.
So strong, there's all the weakness in me.
Melissa Etheridge, live and alone in concert. Premieres October 6th on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirectTV. This multi-platinum artist rocks the house, proving her reputation as the world's premier female rocker. Captured on film from her sold-out tour Live and Alone. Melissa Etheridge in concert on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirectTV. Premiering Sunday, October 6th. Presented by XM Radio.
Euro 2004 qualifiers kick off this fall with England versus Macedonia live on October 16th. Don't miss this exclusive opportunity to watch England fresh from their World Cup experience. Live on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View. England versus Macedonia live on October 16th.
From the MGM Grand Las Vegas, Shaq's All-Star Comedy Roast 2, NFL Ironman Emmitt Smith is on the hot seat, but no one is safe. Roastmaster Shaquille O'Neal and host Jamie Foxx are joined by the heavy hitters of comedy and superstars of sports. Punch up the show to find out what's so funny. It's Shaq's All-Star Comedy Roast 2, featuring Dallas Cowboys superstar Emmitt Smith, but no one is safe. It's Shaq's All-Star Comedy Roast 2.
Don't miss these must-see events.
This program is rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America. Parental guidance is suggested. Some material may not be suitable for children.
We just watched 20 minutes of promos from DirectTicket Pay-Per-View co-branded with Blockbuster on DirectTV during a countdown clock in October of 2002. DirectTV devoted specific channels to pay-per-view showings of movies, sports, and specials. A customer could buy a particular title and unlock its channel, usually for a day or two. What you saw in this video is what ran between those pay-per-view showings. DirectTV referred to their promos as previews. They ran them beside a countdown clock on the right side of the screen. In this video, we saw something different. DirectTV's DirectTicket co-branded with Blockbuster. This is actually more than just co-branding. DirectTV's Blockbuster pay-per-view channel offered more recent movies. Most of the movies, in fact, were less than a year past their release dates. Back in 2002, big-name movies could still take a year or more to make their way to pay-per-view. But in this video, we saw some movies from earlier that very same year that were already being shown on pay-per-view. For example, the movie Clockstoppers ran in theaters in the spring of 2002, but by October it was already running on Blockbuster DirectTicket pay-per-view. That's just 7 months later. The same was true of the movie Resident Evil. It also ran in theaters that spring. In fact, most of the films we saw promoted were released less than a year before making their way to Blockbuster DirectTicket pay-per-view. These include Showtime with Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro, Joe Somebody with Tim Allen, Dragonfly with Kevin Costner, Collateral Damage with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Amelie, The New Guy, Super Troopers, and even Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. It's clear the DirectTicket and Blockbuster branding on pay-per-view was reserved for more recent releases as opposed to just regular DirectTV pay-per-view. Among the other promos in this video, there are some real standouts that deserve to be highlighted. The best by far is the WWE Halloween promo featuring a grumpy Pete Rose who refuses to give out candy to kids dressed for Halloween as WWE superstars because their costumes don't scare him. By the end of the promo, he opens the door to find the real Kane from the WWE, who thoroughly scares Pete as he grabs him by the throat. Following that, the kids ransack his house as he lies unconscious on the porch. There's also a general Blockbuster pay-per-view promo featuring a song sung to the tune of the Beverly Hillbillies. You can tell they were having a lot of fun with the concept, finding creative ways to promote the channels. We also saw a strong presence of wrestling and mixed martial arts on pay-per-view in 2002. There were promos for the WWE, TNA, and UFC. In 2002, wrestling was still dominant as Ultimate Fighting was starting to enter the scene on a larger scale. There were upstarts in wrestling like the TNA, which came onto the scene in May of 2002. TNA stands for Total Nonstop Action. The WWE was also a new thing in 2002. Before that, it was the WWF, which stood for World Wrestling Federation, but they had to change the name after the World Wild Fund for Nature sued them for use of the letters and won in a UK court. In May of 2002, the WWF officially changed its name to the WWE, which stands for World Wrestling Entertainment. In 2002, the UFC was still coming back from nearly going bankrupt in 2000 after Senator John McCain tried to ban the sport and convinced 36 states to pass laws banning what was called no-holds-barred fighting. Cable channels didn't want to run UFC events because of the controversy, and the organization had trouble finding venues for their fights in states for the very same reason. UFC was still on DirectTV at the time, but in a very limited way. In 2001, the UFC got new owners who secured athletic sanctioning and worked to repair the organization's reputation and expand it back into cable and pay-per-view. In this video, we got to see how far the UFC had come in a little over a year and a half after nearly going out of business. Eventually, the UFC would become so popular and profitable that by 2023 they bought and merged with the WWE, holding a controlling stake in the new company. The new company goes by the name TKO on the New York Stock Exchange, which stands for Total Knockout. We even saw a pay-per-view promo for a compilation of old wrestling superstars called Monsters of the Mat. That shows you just how popular wrestling was in 2002. We also got to see some promos for pay-per-view concerts and specials like Melissa Etheridge, Nickelback, Bon Jovi, and La Viva Musica, a concert featuring Latin music. There were promos for comedy specials too, like Cedric the Entertainer and Shaq's Comedy All-Star Roast. Overall, the promos were kind of light on traditional sports, but we did see 2 promos for soccer matches. Overall, you can see if you had the money, there was a lot to watch on pay-per-view and a lot of choices beyond just movies. We rented a lot of pay-per-view movies on DirectTV in the early 2000s, and back then you could still record them, which made it more attractive. Today, Copy Protect prevents that. These promos and countdown appeared between airings of the movie Clockstoppers, which is a fun little Nickelodeon movie about stopping time directed by Jonathan Frakes. Unfortunately, it didn't do well at the box office. Maybe a lot of people like me just waited for it to show up on pay-per-view. Well, those are my comments for this video. If y'all like these kind of videos, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, click the notification bell, and leave a comment. All these things really help the channel. Keep watching for more retro videos like this and other retro-themed videos like Retro Talk. Take care of yourself and look out for others. Talk to you later. Bye.
This video brought to you by StockAgogo.com, Stock Photos.